Thank you, my friend. Mike Evans is having a good night. You have him? Anywhere? No? Out of the 12 teams you don't have Mike Evans anywhere? I wish I did tonight, man. He's doing really well. I'm playing against him in my church league. Yeah. And we do PPR. They do points like crazy. Oh, really? Yeah, some of the point totals in the games in my church league is like 250, 240, 250 in some cases. I mean, like the final scores, I'm saying, I mean, here in the Ken's League, a really high Sunday is like 130. Yeah. But in that church league, we start a defensive player and a defense.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of leagues that do 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Are you in one of those?
Oh.
Oh. You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I wouldn't think I would be, yeah. Right. Oh, I see. Total flex. Yes, indeed. Talking fantasy football out there. Don't know how many of you guys are into it, but we've got the updated weekend forecast and 3 tropical systems to take a look at this evening. Although, I'll say 2.5. I wouldn't say 3 complete tropical systems. I can, Louise. You got it. We're singing tonight. I love to see it. Hey, Chris, what's happening? Hey, Justin. All right, let's get it going on this Thursday night, shall we? Why, surely. Thursday blessings to you and yours. It's a fabulous Thursday night. Again, the humidity has been the difference, or I should say lack thereof. I mean, the dew points have been in the mid to upper 50s. That makes the mornings fabulous. I was outside doing some stuff around the house. It was like 11 o'clock. I was in the shade, albeit in the shade, and it was still very comfortable. I mean, it really felt good outside. So we're getting into that time of year that I love. Fall and winter in South Texas is the best, while you start getting some bitter cold and even some snowstorms up to the north. Where I grew up in New Jersey, I'm like, no thank you. We get the most fabulous October, November, December, January, February are phenomenal months around here. Now, you can get some pretty cold stuff, and we can get some snowstorms too, but this La Nina, a lot of people always want to know, what are we looking at for this winter? A La Nina winter is expected to be warmer and drier. Now, remember that the 2 biggest snowstorms in San Antonio history, 1985 and 2021, both of those winters were La Nina winters. They were not El Nino winters where you get wetter, colder, and a higher probability of snow. Instead, it was a freak storm in both cases within a La Nina winter. So that's why a lot of times those macro climate systems and long-range forecasting, it'll humble you. We can say we've got these conditions in place, we should see this, right? And then we've got to play the game, right? We got to play it out and see what happens. What's happening out there? All right, so first things first, happy birthday, dear Jessica. Happy birthday from Bill Taylor and the Ken's 5 Weather Center, who hasn't sang in a while. With a great day, I say mug of coffee to you. We toast Jessica with a little tambourine. Thank you, David. Happy birthday. Blessings on your next trip around the sun, Jessica. And it goes down good. Philip, let's do this thing. What's going on, my man? You guys got to go out and see my man, Philip. It is Texas Grounds Coffee. This man roasts his own coffee. It's fantastico. So good. Mwah. Chef's kiss. 3 locations. 2 in Helotes. 1 in Old Town. 1 over by O'Connor High School. And then the other is a truck on 1560. Can't miss it. Texas Grounds. Good stuff. Philip, great to see you. A great veteran. Thank you for serving our country. He loves the veterans. If you're a veteran, go to Texas Grounds. You'll be treated like royalty, as you should be treated. Love you, bro. Hey, Penelope, what's happening? I wish I could. I'd be lying if I told you that. I wish I could. That would be wonderful, but not the case. Aloha, Castor, how are you? Happy pre-Halloween as well. The free candy season. You know, I laugh because it's like we start this eating season, I'll call it, with the candy first. And then November and December, right? I mean, let's just kick it in, and there's always food in the newsroom. All right, highs. I know these have been up for a while. Couple of 80s out there. Bernie and Rock Springs stopped where they should. Still a little above average. 96, though, at New Braunfels, Gonzales, Catula. 95s, Carrizo Springs, George West, Pleasanton. We go to 93, Seguin, 91. Take a look at where we should be as a plane comes in on its approach at San Antonio International. In fact, 2 of them. See one right on its heels. So the 93 is only 5 away from a 1979 record of 98. We tied a record Monday of this week, 86. That should be the high. That's where we should be stopping this time of year. But instead, above average does continue. This time last night, air quality was unhealthy for sensitive groups, something you don't usually see in the nighttime hours. But tonight, an improved air quality for San Antonio. We went to a moderate, but that might not be lasting tomorrow. It's an ozone action day for Friday. So that means Friday, October 4th is a weather impact alert day. Between the hours of 1 and 6, we want you to spare the air. What you need to do is try to cut the grass early in the morning or later, like after 6 or 7. Try to refuel the vehicles, either early if you can, or after 6 or 7. Try not to sit in a drive-through, park and go inside. An idling car creates a lot of extra emission. And remember, it's in those hours of 1 to 6, the daytime heating, that the emissions combine with the heat, and we create a lot of bad ozone. Ozone is good up high, but bad nearby. So any breathing or respiratory condition, labored breathing tomorrow. A lot of times on an ozone action day like we have tomorrow, children with asthma in some schools will be allowed to stay inside. It's just a safer bet for some of those children because, again, it's the compounds that are getting cooked up. So spare the air Friday the 4th because, again, it's the VOCs, those volatile organic compounds, especially from vehicle exhaust and industrial facilities, gas vapors. Eddie, what happened to the traditional cool Octobers? Yeah, exactly, right? Well, a little on the warm side to start, but as we know, October is traditionally a cooling month. We start with an average high of 87. We go to 77 by Halloween. Average low gets as low as 55 by Halloween, so that's nice. And we should get some decent rain. Uh-oh. I feel a sneeze coming on. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you can see some decent rain. 375. Now, let me show you something that's kind of neat about the rainfall so far this year. You can see we never hit 100 in October. The highest temperature ever was 99. Coldest ever was 27. But I want to show you a trend I noticed on the months of our year so far. So far, 21, 29 in the gauge. We're about 3.5 almost inches below average. But look at how we started 2024, right? Blockbuster, almost 7 full inches of rain. Then 2 months below average. 3 inches in April, above average, 2 below. 4 above average, 2 below. So October's on schedule with this trend to go above average. Now, 375, you have to remember that this includes the 98 flood. This is a 30-year average. So when you consider the 98 flood, that's why October, that's also why July is a pretty good amount. We had the July '02 floods. Those were both catastrophic floods. And so with that number in there, those numbers, the number you're looking at is boosted a bit. Bless you too, Beth. Thank you. God bless you, Tony and Tamina. Mary, blessings to you, Terry. Zane, what's going on from New Braunfels? Yes, next Thursday, indeed, my friend. Thank you, Chris. Blessings to you and yours. Hi, Mary. North Dakota, nice and chilly, I bet. Wow. What are the temperatures like in North Dakota right now, Beth? And what's the if you're living there, what's the earliest snow you've ever seen? I love hearing that. Sometimes it was my stepdad. He went to college in St. Michael's in Vermont, and he had snow. I think he said it was May or June. He had snow one year. Incredible. All right, we were talking ozone action. I do want to show why it might not be as bad tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to show you why I was a little surprised that we had an ozone action day called for tomorrow. It's because of these wind speeds. If you take a look at the afternoon, there's Friday afternoon, we're expecting gusts between 15 and 20. If that happens, a lot of those exhaust and compounds are moving. It's when the air gets stagnant and the winds go light that we usually have an ozone action day. So if we get a little breezy in the afternoon and evening hours, it's only going to help us a lot with the air quality. But I'll say this too, notice the wind direction here, east-northeast. Here's what that's going to do. That's going to drop humidity just a little bit on our Friday. So Friday night and Friday night football should be really comfortable. Let me try to find the future dew points. Here they are. And what we can expect by the evening. Now we'll start with dew points in the 60s. It'll feel muggy in the morning. But then once we get into the mid-afternoon, look at this. 53 at 3:30, 4 o'clock. Oh, that's going to be nice. That's going to feel great. And then kickoff for Friday night football, right? 7 o'clock or so. Dew points in the low to mid-50s. That's a beautiful Friday night. That'll feel really good out there. 38 degrees. Oh, wow. Visiting family to live in Burnett. Thank you, Marlana. Good to see you. Holiday that October 14th before my birthday. Thrilled. Oh, yeah. Can't wait. Oh, first Arctic. Yeah, you're ready, right? First Arctic is going to be a minute, Tony. But, yeah, it'll be nice. All right. 14-day. Oh, what am I doing? Tropics. Forgot to update you on the tropics. So Hurricane Kirk, now a Category 4. Look at this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. You can also see Leslie on his heels. So Leslie is still a tropical storm, but Kirk is producing winds of 130 miles per hour, Category 4. Remember that, and that's a minimum of 4. We go to 155 for a Cat 5. Storm is going to continue moving north. Right now it's moving northwest at about 12 miles per hour. And then Leslie's expected to do the same. Right on his heels, go to the central and northern Atlantic. But the storm we're going to watch. So we don't have to worry about Kirk and Leslie. And, oh, there's been an improvement on this forecast, unless this hasn't been updated. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Right here. What are you doing? That's an odd map. I don't want to see that. I want to see that. And let's go to the 7-day tropical weather outlook. Yeah, we're back up to a 40% chance tonight. That is accurate because we had dropped to a 30% chance. Now we're back up to a 40% chance. Been wavering. So I'll be updating this graphic for the 10 p.m. newscast that shows you what we've got. Now here's what's happening with this. There is no system as of now, okay? So what essentially is occurring is that we've got a system that could develop, okay? Could develop. And the probability on that is now up to 40% again. So in the last 24 hours, it dropped to 30%, but now conditions becoming a little more favorable again. Not by a dramatic amount, obviously, but we call this a medium chance of development. And there you have it. It's just that easy. I like to do it while I'm thinking about it. Getting to that age where when you think about it, do it. Do it at that moment, because chances are you're not going to remember. So let's go to the European model and see if anything has changed here. Saturday afternoon, look at the good coastal rain that we're expecting, okay? And you can also see the Eastern Gulf, a good amount of rain. So named storm or not, 30-40% chance, yes, but named storm or not, we're still looking at a significant amount of rain in the Gulf of Mexico and a pretty decent coverage across the Texas coast. With that said, as we work our way through Saturday, get into Saturday night, rain kind of thins out across San Antonio, or I should say South Texas. I mean, I'm only going with a 10% chance something makes it up this high. Most of this is going to be at the coast Saturday. And then Sunday, you can see more on the coast, deep South Texas, but nothing really for the San Antonio area. We stay dry. Rain across the Eastern Gulf is what we're looking at. So here's the future model. And you can see again that we don't have much in the area. There's a little bit there. That's pretty good coverage on Friday night. Then here comes Saturday. Again, right along the coast, but there's a few isolated downpours. New Braunfels, Seguin, Floresville, and Pleasanton. Isolated, quick little showers. I mean, we're not expecting much at all, and that's why I'm going with a 10% chance. 10%. Because look, in the next 7 days, we're not expecting high pressure to really break, loosen its grip, or weaken. It'll stay the dominant weather feature, which keeps us dry. Look at that. It cuts off at a 1/10 of an inch chance in 7 days. This is a 7-day rain forecast. It's not just this weekend. This is until next Thursday. Painful, right? This is until next Thursday. Not a drop is expected. Hill country, west of Del Rio, south to Eagle Pass. And not much is expected here. 14-day forecast is a dry one for sure. From the beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk, 94 tomorrow. Weather impact alert for tomorrow because of the ozone action day. Poor air quality expected. 91 Saturday, 10% chance of rain. A little warmer Sunday, and then we're right back to the mid-90s to start the work week. Loads of sunshine. Looking at our second weekend, highs right around 92, lots of sun, but still no significant chance of rain. Go to Corpus. Absolutely, it's safe, but decent chance of rain Saturday there. Less of a chance on Sunday, but a chance nevertheless both days for sure. But not a washout. Can you please give my teacher, Ms. Noblet, and myself, Mr. Sims, a shout out? The pre-K at Science Technology Hill Country Campus. So SST. Science Technology? No, I don't know what the other S is for. But big shout out. Ms. Noblet, Mr. Sims, thank you for what you're doing as you continue to educate our eager young minds. What an important job you have, a thankless, awesome job, and you've been called to it. I'm so, how can I put it, much more appreciative of teachers now that my daughter is in her second year of teaching. Just seeing how much she has to do. In fact, I just got a text. She needs something because I just read like the brief. I haven't read the whole thing, but can you stop on the way home? Is there any way you can? Yeah, it's going to be something for school, obviously tomorrow. She does such a great job, and I can tell you that. And I'm speaking, just as one person to another here. I mean, yes, it's my daughter, and I'm going to be a little biased, but I honestly see someone who has been called to the classroom, that has a heart for these children. I mean, she just loves these kids. And the way she talks about them, it tells you that she's where she should be and that she's supposed to be there doing exactly what she's doing. Just by the way she talks about them, the way she loves them, and the way she teaches them. I've seen her with them, and it's extraordinary. It makes me proud. But like I said, from as objective as I can be, which is difficult, right? I can definitely see someone who is called to the classroom. So To Miss Noblet and Mr. Sims, I know that you guys are too. I know that you guys are too. So God bless you this year. God bless you and all that you're doing, because it's a very important job. So important. I mean, you are molding young minds. So best of luck and God bless you. No big storms, Tony. I mean, there's a chance of showers, absolutely. Saturday too. Tony, yes, because we got a little bit of a later start, so La Nina is getting a little bit more active, and the upper level trade winds have died out. The Saharan dust has thinned out. So both of those combined have really kind of opened the door for a little more action in the tropics, especially the Atlantic. You're welcome. Hey, Gene. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate you saying that. Really do. I appreciate you. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. This is Thursday night. We're getting ready for the 10 p.m. newscast. God bless you. Hope to see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. Yes, perfect weather to watch some football. And even next Thursday, but tomorrow night, Friday Night Lights, is going to be a fabulous weather night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dew points are dropping, my man. Who you got tomorrow night? What's the big game on the schedule tomorrow night? I think Steel and East Central is the one I like.
I'm going Steel.
You like Steel over East Central? East Central's coming off the play of the week.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah, but the last, whenever Steel got play of the week,
Uh-huh.
they lost the following week.
Oh, is that the trend? It's almost a POY curse?
It might be play of the week curse.
Oh, no. Don't tell Nate. All right, y'all. See you at 10.